and of their amazing courage. It was also that summer that I was lucky enough to once again encounter that girl in the wheelchair. Now 14 years old, she no longer had a stuffed teddy bear covering her leg. In fact, her smile illuminated the room, and her presence was not only beaming with optimism, but also with kindness and compassion. At the end of one of our songwriting workshops with the kids, we asked them to fill out a survey to see what the songwriting meant to them, if anything. Most kids responded, "It was fun," or "cool project." I will never forget what the girl in the wheelchair said. "Thank you," she wrote. "Thank you for creating such a creative way to deal with pain." Before then, I had never really thought of music as medicine, as a way to deal with pain. It was a way to have fun, to help sick kids in hospitals. But she was right. At the end of the day, these children's lives are infected by constant challenges and pain. Knowing that music as medicine had the potential to heal some of that pain meant the world to me. And 2 years later, it still does. And it's that recognition, knowing that music can truly help these kids to cope with their disease and to even have the strength to fight it, that keeps me going to this day. I'm not really sure how or why, but a few months into Music as Medicine, a project that I thought would impact a few kids in my community and not really end up going anywhere, things suddenly changed. I was motivated to keep it going. I didn't know how possible that would be at 16, but all I knew is that I had to try. So I searched online, Google to be exact, for grants and awards for teens with community service projects. You will never believe what I managed to find. A grant made for teens specifically with community service projects that use music to make a difference. I was in shock. It was too good to be true. Or maybe it was just a sign that this is what I was meant to be doing. I'm not really sure. Either way, I applied and received several $1,000s to help more kids suffering serious diseases to smile because of music. A grant that was sponsored by the Do Something organization and the Grammy Foundation. As one of 5 grand prize winners, I also received a trip to the 51st Annual Grammy Awards, where we had the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity of talking about our project on the red carpet. Since then, Music as Medicine has been featured in a national publication. We've reached out to more hospitalized children. We've spoken to students at an elementary school about our cause. We've been contacted by numerous teens and youth groups nationwide wanting to start chapters. And in a week, I'll be attending a conference in New York with teens from 15 countries, with organizations and projects just like mine. Honestly, when I came to college a few months ago, I wasn't really sure if I would continue Music as Medicine. College is hard and classes are time-consuming. I thought, I'll put it on the back burner, maybe in a few months, maybe in a few years, maybe not at all. But when somehow my friend got it out of me that I had this little music organization in high school to help kids in hospitals through music, he was inspired. He was passionate about the cause, and he wanted to get involved. I think it was that moment that I knew that not only did I want to continue Music as Medicine, but that I had to. Now, I have been approached by countless classmates at Princeton who are inspired by Music as Medicine and by my passion and who want to help. We're currently taking on a group of interns for the summer, expanding our team and building Music as Medicine as a national organization that we hope will become a legitimate part of the nonprofit sector. More than anything, though, besides inspiring kids in hospitals through music, the second most amazing part of all of this was inspiring people just like me. Teenagers, kids in high school and college who started to see the world differently, and to realize how incredible and how easy it is to make a difference in people's lives. Because of me, because of things that I told them, and things that I did. It's one thing for me to go to a hospital and play some music for a kid and make him smile, but to empower someone else to do that, who will then go and empower another person to do that, to me is life-changing, and it's really the best feeling in the world. So now you all probably think I'm gonna try to get you to take up an instrument and go to a hospital and play for the kids. But honestly, as shocking as it may be, that's not my plan at all. All I can try to tell you is that to me, making the most of your time is most easily done by doing something that you're not only passionate about, but that makes an impact in the world. When I was 15, I was passionate about music. I liked playing guitar and singing in the shower and writing songs. And then suddenly, my passions changed, and I realized I wasn't the only person in the world. There was a whole world around me that I could learn from and be inspired by and help. But more importantly, I realized that my passion, namely my passion for music, could be combined with my passion for making a difference. And that realization is so powerful. But my inspiration and motivation to continue music as medicine didn't come from nowhere. I became inspired by teenagers I was lucky enough to meet who had their own causes and their own passions just like mine. The Deuce Night organization is a national group that aims to empower youth to make a difference in their communities. When I started becoming randomly passionate about making a difference in high school, I decided to apply for the Youth Advisory Council and somehow got in. This past summer, I spent 2 days in LA attending seminars with 20 other teens with organizations and projects just like mine. Projects that had nothing to do with music or medicine or helping kids, but projects that nonetheless inspired me and changed me. This one girl, Rebecca, she had an organization called Minga that empowers youth to battle the child sex trade and human trafficking. Another girl, Sarah, she was on Oprah for her organization called The Sparkle Effect that makes cheerleading squads for girls with physical and mental disabilities. These girls, just like me, had transformed their passions into tangible action. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that so many young people were so passionate and hardworking and, simply put, good. Their passion and dedication towards doing good in the world inspires me to this day to do the same. Just a couple days ago, I brought Music as Medicine to the Hackerman Pat's house again. Not to try to expand the group nationally or anything, but just for fun, because I missed it. I missed playing for kids in hospitals, something I haven't been able to do for a while since starting school. And I'm so glad that I decided to go. It was a small crowd of kids and parents, maybe about 15 or 20 people. But I promise you, this crowd of 15 or 20 people was 100 times better than a stadium of 100,000. After my first song, Don't Stop Believing by Journey, lead version to be exact, this adorable 3-year-old girl strutted beside me and started dancing. Not just swaying to the music, but actually dancing happily and enthusiastically. For the remainder of my concert, even during the slow songs, that girl continued to dance. And let me tell you, it was so hard to keep a straight face with that little girl dancing right next to me, but I somehow managed. After playing a few songs, we started the songwriting workshop. And like before, there was one girl in particular who really impacted me that day. Like the other girl, she was in a wheelchair and she was 11. She had black plastic glasses and short brown hair. Most of all though, I loved her spirit. Before introducing each song and asking, do I have any Miley Cyrus fans or any Taylor Swift fans? She would always jump for joy and express her deep-seated liking for these Disney bopper artists. After my second song, she even offered me her Irish princess tiara that she was wearing for St. Patrick's Day that, upon her strong insistence, I decided to wear for the remainder of my concert. After the concert, her mother approached me to thank me for what I was doing. I remember her words exactly. She said, "She's been really down lately. Thank you so much for doing this." A few minutes later, I saw her daughter crying, even though she'd been smiling and laughing just a few minutes ago. The girl was crouched over a sheet of paper that I had just handed her, a few colored pencils in her hand. "Draw what's in your heart," her mother said. I looked on in awe, because drawing and expressing what was in that girl's heart was exactly what I wanted her to do. And it was exactly why I was doing this. So, most of you are what, 15, 16, 17, but if you didn't believe it before, take me as an example. Age means nothing. As long as you have passion and are strong-minded in what you want and what you care about, you can make an impact, believe me. An impact can go farther than volunteering at the soup kitchen across the street or at the local public library. Not that these experiences aren't incredible and worthwhile, but you can make an impact in any way that you want. You can start your own project, your own campaign, your own organization even. And yes, people might think you're crazy and idealistic and ignorant in thinking that you're Superman and can save the world. And maybe they're right. But if caring about the world and wanting to dedicate your time to fixing it means you're crazy, then fine, be crazy. The truth is, as long as you have passion for what you're doing, it's all you really need. There's a lot of problems in the world. We see it every day. On the news, on TV, from our friends. One of us alone can't tackle all of them, but just think about it. If we each focus on one thing that we care about and want to dedicate our time to, think about how much more beautiful the world would be. For me, I think about the girl in the wheelchair smile. Maybe you can think about the boy in the orphanage's laughter or the sparkle in the homeless woman's eye. There's a lot of things in life that can inspire us and motivate us to do amazing things. All we have to do is open our eyes and look for them. Thank you. If you guys have any questions about what I do or anything, community service, or anything that I talked about, you can ask now, but no pressure. Okay, I'll be around after if you want to talk. Thank you.
I think I speak for all of us today. Thank Leora, who really served as a teacher to all of us today. So thank you, Leora. Eric and Noah.